Hey, this is DemonDriver, and it's time to put our decals on the ANA All Nippon Airways L-1011. I'm going to show you how I put decals on the plane and how we basically do it. How we get decals on our L-1011 and how we're going to make it how we're going to make it look real scale with a really scale paint scheme. So let's get started. All my friends in Nippon, konnichiwa. We're going to have fun, so let's get working. Alright, I got the tripod on here, and here is our ANA L-1011 sitting here. And let's get our computer back on, because I need that to see the decals. And here's our plane laying on its side, and I'm going to use that laptop to make sure I have the proper decals, and that way I can, we're going to put these decals right here, the All Nippon Airways, onto the plane, and we have to make sure that the plane is clean. We got to make sure that the monocoat is clean before you put the decals on. You don't want to put your decals on a dirty airplane. That's kind of a stupid thing to do. So let me get you guys situated here, so you can see exactly what's happening. I've always loved this paint scheme in particular. I used to see this fly into JFK every once in a while in the United States when I was a kid in the late 70s and early 80s, 79, 80, 81, when I was about 5 or 6. I used to see these All Nippon Airways L-1011s and 747 SRs landing all the time. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just cleaning off the monocoat to make sure that it's clean. Anytime you put a sticker over a monocoat, you want to make sure that the monocoat is clean. Okay? Because if you don't, what will happen is the dirt will be trapped in between the sticker and the monocoat, or paint, regardless. I use monocoat because it's just shiny and it's resilient. It's very durable. Now this is the type of printer paper that I use. Now I don't know, we get this in the United States, it's not a big problem. In Japan, I don't know if you can get this. I don't know what would be called. I wish I had a translator here. So, I know there's there are incredible hobbyists and builders in Japan. A good friend of mine, Toku, is a great builder and flyer. So, let's get started here. Let's get started. Alright, what do I need? What are the things that I need? Alright, we need calipers. Lots of calipers. Get all our calipers out. Okay, let me make sure that you guys can see what's happening here. Okay. Let's get you a little bit closer here. Okay. Now I determined on the photo here of the All Nippon Airways L-1011 where the Japanese All Nippon Airways begins and where the English All Nippon Airways begins. That's all in Japanese, Nippon, and then Airways. So these three have to be right about here. But I have to make sure. Now the wing box starts here in the L-1011. Starts here, runs all the way back. So I would say this point on the L-1011 is probably that point right about there. So I'm going to wager that that's about here. So I got to get that right. Alright, next thing I do Now this is the actual, this is the printer paper. This is that matte photo printer paper. It's a clear sheet, full sheet label, and it's clear. Sticky side on the back, you pull the paper off, and then you just apply it to whatever you want. And it's a big help for me. You know what? I screwed up. I forgot to spray clear coat on this high gloss. Oh boy, I screwed up. All right, be right back. Let me go do this. Yep, there they are, right here. Duh. Sitting right there in front of me. Okay. We are going to cut out our decals. We're going to cut them out. Get a razor. Scissor will work, but a razor, I like the precise cut it gives me. And you know what? I'm going to give myself a new blade here. I've got a dull blade. And wouldn't you know, I don't know where the hell the blades are. Okay, well. Alright. So we cut out. I have the plane resting on a towel. Anytime you have a foam airplane, you want to rest it on something soft so it doesn't get dinged or damaged. Okay, here's our awl. Now we want to make sure that, oh, computer's shutting off. Want to make sure that it's positioned properly. So we go ahead and we just eyeball it. We eyeball everything first, mock it up first, and then we freaking at it. Okay. I'm going to trim these. I'm going to trim this one too. Now these decals will never really be as glossy as the actual, as high gloss paint or monocoat, but like what I just did makes it glossy, and you can put clear tape over it and clear monocoat, which I'll do later. But this is just to get us in the ball game here. Now if we look at the profile of that L-1011 and this one, I'm looking at it from this point of view, straight on, not that way, but this way. So I have to make this look like that. So I'm going to just eyeball it and place it right there. And that looks correct. And then I'm going to have to put this here. Okay. And then let's get airways cut out. Okay. That looks right. That looks good. I'm comparing the two. Okay, let me try and explain here. What I'm doing is I'm comparing that to that. Okay, does that make sense? I'm looking at that and I'm looking at that. And I'm trying to make the two alike as I can to make it look scale. I want everything, you know, when you do this kind of stuff, you want the plane to look like a miniature real thing. You want it to look like the real plane itself. And we use our calipers like this caliper right here, to make sure that we have the proper spacing here and here. Okay, so we're good there. So we're going to leave that there. We're going to move these aside. Now we're going to check the spacing between all Nippon Airways and make sure that it's even. So we'll take another caliper. So one caliper is for that distance. The other caliper will be used to measure the distance between the words to make sure that we have the proper spacing, that we're not screwing it up. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. So, okay, here we go. Alright, first thing we do is we take our decal and we find a place to break it from the paper backing. There we are. Okay, first piece is off. We line it up the best we can with the ruler. There we are. Just like that. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to put a nip on. We just break that away like that. There we are. Put it at between the 12 and the 16. Okay. Precision, baby. Just gently rub it on for now. Now we're going to put on the airways. Still watching? Good. Here, let's get you really close into the action here. Okay. Between the 24 and the 28. Make sure that you're not getting dirt on anything. Always check your hands. Okay, now we're going to put on the Japanese characters. Forward of all Nippon. Okay, the characters are about double the length between the all and the Nippon the Airways. It's about double the length. So what we do is we take our caliper again. We'll take another caliper. Open that. And then open it again. And I would say that's about where the characters, and then the characters will then be that length. So right there, okay. And they are bigger, so they're lower down. So we have to move our baseline down, and now we have to place this where the Japanese characters are going to be. Okay, there we are. We take our ruler and we cut this sucker out. Now, I'm not sure if it's smart to just stick this whole thing down because I think it's going to ripple. Anytime you have a decal that's dropping off, there's a good chance sometimes it's going to ripple. And what I mean by that is rippling is the curvature of the nose of the L-1011 will cause the piece to ripple because it can't follow the curve, so you get a ripple. And it's a real pain in the neck when it happens. Okay, so I might have to cut this one Japanese character out. All might have to be cut out. And if that is what that means, sometimes I don't even know. Alright, here we go. Okay, see, this is going to be here like that. Yeah, I think this sucker is going to, I don't know, folks. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's trim this. Okay. Or just gonna trim it, screw it. Because I don't trust it. I think it's not going to follow the contour. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to follow the contour. Alright, so here we go. Go ahead and take that part off. Let's put it on. Let's put the sucker on. Okay. Here we go, baby. Nice and easy. There we are. And just let it settle down on the surface like so. Take this piece, cut that excess away like so. Alright, we're going to match this to that. Okay, now what we have to do, this is where it gets kind of tricky. We have to move forward a little bit, and we have to maintain this line. We got to keep the awl has to whoop, 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 whoop. Shit. Okay. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. And what you can do is, if you want to get this pressed down, you can take like a little piece of old Monocoat or something, and just kind of gently press this down into the plane, onto the surface, like so. There we are. Not bad. Alright, so we got the decals on right here, All Nippon Airways in Japanese, All Nippon Airways in English. We have it on. Next, we have to put the windows. Got to put the windows in. Registration number in the back. Then we're going to build the wings, stabilizer, elevator. Put in the number 2 engine EDF, 2 engines, retracts, and a whole lot of nightmares ahead of us on this airplane. So yes, indeed. Hopefully, we'll have her maiden sometime in early summer or midsummer. I hope. Well, this is DemonDriver. Take care. God bless. Sayonara. Take care. Almost forgot. Sorry. I know, I forgot. There we go. Thank God I didn't forget that part, because it wouldn't be a real ANA L-1011. See you.